Good evening, everybody. It's Iron Ike here with my compatriot Specs.
Hello, peoples of the world.
Nice. So, I'm pretty excited about this. This is Infiltration, very well known, versus Bonchan, who I've never heard of. I'm extra excited because it's Gouken, and Gouken is one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter 4.
Gouken is one of those characters who has all the tools he needs to win any match, but is not overly dominant in any one area. He can be thought of as like a Ryu alternative, almost.
Indeed, indeed. So if there's anybody who can keep up with Sagat's fireballs, it's Gouken. His recovery is incredibly fast, though I don't think he's got as nearly as fast a travel time for his fireballs. So maybe I spoke out of turn there.
I'm not sure. I think both of them recover from their fireballs very quickly. Like, this is a match that has been fought at range, at all ranges. So it's definitely an exciting match to see two characters like this who can fight each other from right across the screen.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, Sagat, in case those listening don't know, Sagat, is this going to catch him? Oh, wait, it's the fireball, and it went right through. Right on.
Yeah, that was a very good read. The Ultra 2 does not do too much damage, but it was enough damage to break up Sagat's offense, and that's all Gouken needs to maintain this life lead and to take this round, hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll see. There was some really good pressure from Sagat there. He kept, oh wow, and that'll do it. So I was going to say earlier that Sagat does kind of an obscene amount of damage. He's one of the higher damage characters in the game, and he was, for the longest time, basically in a bracket of his own in terms of the tier lists.
For sure. Now, he did Angry Scar twice there. I'm not 100% sure if Angry Scar actually stacks. It does increase the damage of his next Dragon Punch by an almost obscene amount. And that's one thing Gouken does have to be careful of, because in combos or even just as a general anti-air, that damage is going to rack up very quickly, even on a guy who has above average health.
Absolutely. Seen some really great movement, really active focus attacks, and this is going to go right through the fireball again. So I had no idea. I haven't seen his Gouken's Ultra 2 used too often, but as an anti-fireball, it seems to be pretty effective. I'd have to wonder if it works on slower moving fireballs. I would assume not.
I'm not 100% sure. I think as long as his projectile can come out, it doesn't matter if he gets hit. In fact, if he gets hit, that might be to his benefit because it would cancel out the recovery of the move. But regardless, we're on the last round of the match here, and both characters are content to play the range game. Sagat does close the range, and with a grab, has Gouken in the corner.
Yeah, lots of good pressure. Gouken's EX counter, though, is going to push him back just for a moment, and we're right back where we were. Would not want to be stuck in a corner against Sagat. He's got one of the slower movement speeds in the game, but he can counter this with his with some of his normals and specials when linked together.
For sure, that's where Sagat gets his movement. He gets them from his moves and from his dash. So he doesn't mind his slow walk speed too much. And for the third time in this match, Sagat got caught with that Ultra 2, and this time it cost him the match.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that our Sagat player, Bonchan, is doing really a solid job overall. But you can't eat an Ultra in every round and expect to win. It's just unlikely to happen. And I'm not sure what he's going to do. Sagat is excellent, like in terms of throwing fireballs and zoning using his fireballs. If you take that away from him, well, you take away one of his most potent tools, I think.
For sure, I think what Bonchan has to do, he's got to regroup a bit. I think that's why he went back into character select. He has to see where the holes in his game are, and the holes are in one or two poorly placed fireballs. He's got to watch out because Gouken is forcing him to play that ranged game, and that ranged game is something that Sagat normally likes to do, and Gouken is making him pay for it.
Absolutely. So good palm right through the fireball again. We're a little too early for ultras, but now Gouken's got his ultra all queued up, so any fireball could potentially result in an ultra heading straight through it and hitting Sagat for full damage, including the potential follow through of the combo once it bounces off the wall like that. Nice EX Hurricane kick anti-air there.
Yeah, and if you notice, Bonchan is being a lot more careful with his fireballs. He's not as haphazardly throwing them out. But he does get one good read there, and that leads to a full super fireball connection for Sagat. And now Gouken is in a bit of a precarious position here.
So, oh geez. So talking about Sagat's recovery time, I was absolutely certain that he was going to be eating that ultra again, and it might have allowed infiltration to come back. But he simply recovered and finished it off with a jump forward normal. Another good EX to pull Sagat out of the air and toss him across the screen.
Yep, for sure. And as we start this round, we have Sagat getting pressured a bit back into the corner by Gouken. And this Gouken infiltration, he's got a handle on the various ranges and which fireball to throw when. Like right now, he hasn't been throwing too many. He kind of knows that that it's not in his best interest, that he really wants to get in and take advantage of some of these holes that Sagat is presenting with these fireballs he's throwing.
So I was about to say that we haven't seen Gouken's Demon Flip hardly at all. It's a little bit dangerous to use against a Sagat player who's paying attention. Oh, geez, I didn't expect that to hit him. So Sagat is very close to closing out this match, but just like that, it could be anybody's round at the very least.
For sure, and Sagat has to be so careful, and not anymore he doesn't, as he takes the round and this match.
So, good comeback. So we're at 1-1. Obviously, this will be a first to two, or yeah, right. First to oh god, we're gonna have to fix this.
We don't have to fix anything. We are human beings, and I agree that he has to win all two of the matchups that it will take for him to take this set.
So what we're seeing here is infiltration. He's taking a little bit of a break, having a drink. You see Bonchan beside him, looking. Well, they both look a little bit tired, actually a little bit fatigued. Is this a normal thing that you just take a rest between matches?
There are rules against taking too long a time. Like the TO might come up and say, "Okay, guys, move it along." Taking a breather, that's not entirely. It can be a good and a bad thing. Sometimes you want to keep the momentum going, hit rematch right away, and stay in the moment of it, and sometimes you don't. I think it depends on the player and the situation, quite frankly. Here, we have Sagat, Bonchan doing a great job of forcing Gouken back, controlling space really well, and Gouken's fireballs have not been coming into play in this particular match just yet.
Wow, and you're stunned. That'll obviously close out the match. So I was going to say way back at the very start, way back, just 20 seconds ago, Infiltration used Gouken's reversal special to absorb a fireball, and I don't know if he was actually hoping to catch Sagat. It was obviously too far out, and he paid for it almost immediately by eating a fireball right afterwards, and that opened things up for Bonchan to continue pressuring Infiltration all the way to that, to winning the round.
For sure. I think what Infiltration was trying to do is trying to catch Sagat with the actual hit of the counter, which will still hit even if it catches a fireball, but that's not how it ended up working. Very strange combo ender there. He ended it with the Hurricane Kick, which I haven't seen off of the EX Double Palm.
Yeah, so I'm not sure when that became standard, if it became standard at all, but I've seen it a few times from high-level play. Not easy to do because I've got to dash forward and then do it properly, and I don't believe you can use the fierce version. I think it's only got to be the strong kick version, but obviously fairly damaging.
For sure. So a very intense situation here. Both players very low on life, and Gouken with a fully charged ultra.
Oh, catches them.
Yeah, all that hype ended in one little fireball, and now both players are in match point.
Yeah, that was actually a really great read from Infiltration to throw that fireball up in the air like that, particularly at the distance he was at. It was just a really good read, and it's really hard to react in time to avoid that. Your brain is thinking jump in over the fireball that you've seen come at you so often. So right now we've got Sagat or Gouken with a commanding life lead with just a little over 20 seconds gone in this round. So things are not looking good, and that's obviously going to close it. Yep, that'll do it.
Indeed, there was a huge scuffle on the right corner there as we were talking with, a cross-up blocked and then a cross-up hit and then a counter was thrown out. It was all just one big smoke cloud and fists, and you can probably see me in the back there. Anywho, regardless, very, very strong, fun match to watch. Both characters that can fight at multiple ranges, but Gouken takes it, and yeah. So this has been Specs and Iron Ike signing off.
Take care, folks.